Hey everybody, it's MattyG. Welcome back. We've got a nice new one on our hands at the moment. We're doing a bit of WWE 2K23, the GM mode, which is basically a management mode. However, we're going to do things a little differently. I've got my boy here with me, Captain 07, is it?
Capton 07.
Capton 07. So we're going to do a two manager or two GMs together. So we will be against each other in a my GM mode. Yeah, we'll see how it is. That's what we're going to do. We're going to do a full season and see how things go. We're going to try to do a pay-per-view every episode. Hopefully we're going to keep it sort of under the half-hour mark, but it could run longer. Never done a full series of this before, but we'll see how it gets on and how it goes. So my GM, let's go straight into it. We have had one or two goes on this before, as you can see. We've had a few practices. Again, myself, I think that was my one when I did it with Raw, and then this was a multiple one that we did together. We were NXT 2.0, so we do know roughly what we're doing. What's it going to be like with two of us? I don't really know. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on a new save now, and then it's going to run through the introduction to my GM. Right, so here we go. We're going to add some players. I'll let the boy go first. He can choose his character. Everyone's got a different thing. If you look down at the bottom left-hand corner, you've got the little traits that play a big part. So, yeah, like for example, Adam Pearce, he's got Instigate, increase the levels of all active rivalries by 1. Custom Superstar, that's a Legend Whisperer card. First legend you sign, whatever week you use that card, will be free.
That sounds good.
Mick Foley, this is one that quite a lot of people like, and at select opposing brands, 2 superstars who participate in that show at the week will be randomly injured. Oh, Eric Bischoff, bad guy for life. Yeah, Eric Bischoff, booking costs, all show logistics are free for a week. Really good once you get past season 1. Only really good for the last sort of 2 pay-per-views of the season when your show costs actually start picking up.
Probably be good like WrestleMania time.
Yeah. Kurt Angle, all charity promos are free to book and have their results dabbled in one particular week. Really good if you can afford to pay for all the charities. They're 15 grand a pop. You get 3 lots of promo slots. Maybe 4 at Mania. I mean, it's been a few months since we played it, but definitely 3. So when you're looking at that, you're looking at 45 grand. So first you need to have the money. That's going to be halfway through the season, I think, before you're going to be able to pull that off. But doubling their effects, it's a pretty good card.
Yeah, I'd say it's a good card as well.
Tyler Breeze. What can you say about Tyler Breeze? Well, he's got a quick recovery card. It's quite useful at the start. Not so much as you get later on in the seasons, because you're getting more money in because you've unlocked more stadium sizes and etc. 20 stamina for all your superstars is not bad.
Should be useful.
Yep. Xavier Woods. Now this has got one that I absolutely hate because I think it should really be changed. It's called Cheat Code. Now basically, apart from the very first week you start, you can literally steal anyone from the other roster, as long as they're not a title holder. So you could have someone that literally just lost the title at a pay-per-view, but is still one of your best fighters on your card. And it could be a Brock Lesnar with a 90 popularity and a good stamina, and then suddenly, bang, he's gone, and you can't get him back. That's a little annoying. I must admit I don't like that card, but each to their own. Stephanie McMahon, classic choice. McMahon has a very unique card. You can earn twice as much money from the arena attendance this week. Most of the first season, not really going to be worth doing, per se until the latter part. But if you are doing a long con and you're on season number 2, 3, 4, and 5, you unlocked bigger size stadiums, you got bigger pay-per-view events. You think WrestleMania in season 4, you've got the biggest stadium. You can really make some money with that. I think if you combine this card with some other perks, especially the network perk, you can hit easily over $500,000, nearly $750,000, which is fantastic. But again, it depends on when you use it as well. Overpowered card for later on, I think.
If I would have had that, I'd probably use it like WrestleMania time.
Well, WrestleMania is pretty pointless using it at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Unless because this depends on how we're going to score it all at the end. But if you use it on WrestleMania, the problem is your budget's going to get wiped out the next day because you have to do a new roster and you get a set budget. The company takes all your profits. Interesting pick with Sonya Deville. I haven't ever chosen her myself, but the power-up cards that you can get in this, and you get them free for a full week. So if you pick the right week, you could get. I think the highest power card is about 95,000 to buy. So technically, you could get 3 of those 95,000 cards on 1 week, and if you get them for free, that's a lot of money you're saving.
And then someone puts that card on you, so it doubles the money for the...
Yeah, but we'll get into power cards as we go along. We're back to the beginning with Adam Pearce, so we'll give him a minute, and he'll pick his gentleman or lady, and then we'll move on. Now we get on to the shows. A quick look on the shows. We've got SmackDown, Raw, NXT, and NXT 2.0, and then at the end, WCW. We'll start with WCW, and then we'll work our way round. So first off, you've got the Classically Trained. This will extend the duration of all your current Legends contracts by 5 weeks. Now, if you're really into signing Legends, this one is fantastic. Pretty much save this card until sort of 5 weeks before WrestleMania, and then everyone you've got, if they're going to run out, you just whack that down. Any of your Legends will then guarantee them till the end of WrestleMania, as long as you don't make them unhappy. SmackDown, Birth of Legends. 6 random superstars on your roster will have their popularity increased by 6. Could be really good, especially if you're going with a weaker roster for youngsters and unknown, etc., and local talent. Raw, you select an opposing brand to have 3 randomly selected superstars that cannot be booked in any matches that week. It can't be used a week before a pay-per-view event or premium live event, they're called now. But still, it's a really good card. Then you get NXT with the fighting champion. A lot of people like this card. And basically what this means is when you use this card, all your title matches booked in that show, whether it be a pay-per-view event or a standard weekly show, their rating for the match will be boosted considerably. Yeah, the word that I just can't say. And then we also, is this finally now? Yep, finally we have NXT 2.0. Fresh meat reduces the price of the next 3 free agents you purchased this week by 50%. Those are the 4 to choose from, or 5 shows to choose from. So yeah, do your worst. Right, so it's next me then. So, yes, it's a human player, because it is me. I've obviously gone through all these, and I know exactly what I'm going to do. I am going to... I'm going to go with Tyler Breeze. But I'm going to go left field and go NXT 2.0. I like the idea of having 3 free agents at half the price on any specific week. That could be a massive one for us.
Fair enough.
So it's 2v2. We're not going to include computers or AIs. It's going to be a head versus head competition. So here we are in the settings. There's no point in changing anything. We're not up against AIs. All we've done is we've given ourselves a maximum opening budget of 3.25 million. We've got a standard straight order on the actual draft, and then we've also got the shake-ups on, draft fault on default. Now we could have added lots of characters that are available for you to download within the game, like John Moxley, quite often. MJF, a very popular choice. The Dudleys, Hardy Boys, CM Punk. However, although we do own those characters, we have downloaded them for our own personal use. We thought, why not stick with the base game for the time being? So it's a standard draft. We're not going to have auto. We are going to pick the draft, and we're going to get straight into it. So here we go. 2K23 draft. There won't be no music because obviously we don't want to get any telling off from YouTube.
The WWE draft is now underway.
Each GM will start with a budget of 3.25 million. GMs will take it in turns, drafting one after the other. There will be 9 rounds of drafting. After the 9th round of drafting becomes optional. GMs can opt out or draft until they are out of cash. Tip: GMs can press RS to get recommendations on who to draft. You can also press X to get more information about a superstar. For those who are wondering, this is on Xbox.
Awaiting SmackDown's top choice.
I think the draft is an actual importance that you can't rush. You need to get it right at the first time.
I'm going to go for the one person that nobody can see, John Cena.
SmackDown selects John Cena.
Unbelievable. They picked John Cena.
You want a tough guy like this to start your brand with.
Well, I don't know who you picked. I can't see who you picked. I can't see them anywhere. So I'm just going to go jumping into my first pick. I always start with the men's. I like to do a very specific style of fight. So I'm just trying to remember all the key bindings here. Oh, no, the rolls. I forgot how to do that. It's X, isn't it? No.
Yeah, Superstar info is that.
No, that's it. No, I want to go across.
You can't go across.
Yes, you can.
Can you?
So this is men's and women's, yeah?
Oh, yeah. RB, I think.
No.
Right, this. Hold on.
NXT 2.0 picks
Oh,
Drew McIntyre.
McIntyre aimed to lay waste on a new night.
A smash mouth pick to start it off. I like it.
Well, there you go. I picked the wrong person there. I didn't mean to pick Drew McIntyre, but I have done. It's a good thing that we're not got against computers here. I did pick the damn wrong person. I might have picked Drew McIntyre in the long run, but it wasn't someone I was after. I know there is a way of changing between cost, roll, class, stamina, and pop. But my mind's gone blank and I can't remember how to do it.
Is it like this?
Yes, how did you do that?
I just looked at the bottom and it said sort draft list.
Why? See, I pressed the wrong button. Now, you can't see it on your screens, but on our main TV, we've got a load of kids in the house, and one of the kids have whack the telly one. And being as a modern TV, you whack the TV anywhere, you end up with these great big lines across TVs. Now, we've got one on our telly. Normally, it doesn't affect any of us. No one even notices it. But it literally goes right across the line, goes right across the bottom, where all the buttons are shown of what you need to do, like select, superstar info, quick draft. The line goes straight through there, and it comes on and goes off. And yeah, I got confuffled and clicked on the wrong button. But Drew McIntyre's a good pick. I'm not going to argue with that.
You know what? I went through this. I already know what I'm going for right now. The Viper, Randy Orton.
SmackDown picks Randy Orton.
The Apex Predator looking for prey on SmackDown.
If you're looking for a future champion,
That was a good pick. Yeah. That was a good pick. I think I would have gone for Randy Orton. Right, well, if you've gone Randy, I'm going to have to go... do you know what? I might actually do it. I'm going to go Balor.
NXT 2.0 chooses Finn Balor.
Balor about to pass judgment on a new night.
I can't emphasize enough how big a get he is.
You've gone for a classic matchup there, John Cena and Randy Orton. Classic throughout the years. So I'm going to go with someone who's I think would match well against Drew McIntyre. And that would be Finn Balor. Has to be.
SmackDown
Oh, God,
chooses
no, not Grayson Waller.
And a new brand is about
I'm
to
glad
feel the
you took
Grayson
him.
Waller effect.
He's got the
Honestly
fight.
Can't
We'll see
stand
if he's got
Grayson
the ability.
Waller. But there we go. I mean, everyone has their picks, don't they? Right, what have we got in terms? We've got Ivar. Who's the other Viking Raider?
I think it's Eric.
Is it Eric and Ivar? Yeah. Have we got an Eric on here? No, Eric. Oh, hello. I'm gonna go
NXT
for
2.0
Judas
drafts.
and then
Julius
Brutus Creed.
And we're going to see the amazing
That's,
wrestling
tag team
skills of
straight
Julius
off.
Creed on a new brand.
A huge chip on his shoulder. He's ready to show it on this brand.
Not only ready to show it, but it's also a nice cheap purchase for the brand.
Awesome.
Oh,
SmackDown drafts The Miz.
I
The
couldn't
Miz
agree.
about to make SmackDown
I
must
couldn't
see.
agree
This guy thinks he's
more.
better than those early picks, and
That
he's
is a
right.
good pick for you. Because it means I don't have to have him. I can't stand the Miz. Right, where are we? I saw him. There it is.
NXT 2.0 chooses
So I've got one
Brutus
set of tag
Creed.
teams as
Brutus
well.
Creed
Which is
looking
good.
to take down the competition on a new brand.
A guy who will dig into the trenches. Good to have on your side.
Straight at the top. The phenomenal AJ Styles.
SmackDown chooses AJ Styles.
A phenomenal pick for
Definitely going for some
SmackDown.
big ones there, aren't
AJ Styles.
Pro tip. This guy will have a good match with anyone.
I'm gonna go with
NXT
R-Truth.
2.0 selects R-Truth.
You think R-Truth knows he was just drafted?
This
R-Truth
guy's a
is
fan
popular.
favorite with a lot of upside.
Always has been. And I just think he's never been used in WWE as a top guy. I'm a very short period, just before his Jimmy character. He did feud with Cena and John Morrison in the title picture many years ago. But I don't think he was given a full shout. And I think R-Truth as a character could have done better in wrestling than the comedy role that he ended up with. Now, I'm sure it's made him and his family lots of money, and I'm sure he's happy with it. However, I just think he was used poorly as a comedy role rather than his actual talent. So I'm going to give him a chance to try and push him.
Fair enough.
I think he deserves it.
SmackDown selects Alexa Bliss.
SmackDown getting twisted with Alexa Bliss.
She is primed for immediate success here.
I've got an idea. I'm going to go with MVP. What I'm going to do with MVP is I'm going to face change him, stick him in a tag team with R-Truth. I think they might work well together as a tag team up against the Creed brothers tag team. That's my tag team division started.
MVP.
Business is booming with
And also,
MVP
they're two
on a new
fighters, so
brand.
later on
The
I can
future
always
champion
interchange
by
them in other
hook or
feuds.
by crook.
At least that's the plan.
You've given me an idea of what to do again.
SmackDown chooses Bayley.
The role model comes to SmackDown.
I can see her squaring off with any woman on the draft board.
I'm also going to go with
NXT
Shinsuke
2.0
Nakamura.
drafts.
It's going to be a big spend.
Shinsuke Nakamura.
Strong style has
But
indeed arrived on this
I think
brand.
A
Shinsuke
great
is
pick.
a
He's got
really
one goal in mind on this
strong
show.
competitor.
SmackDown selects Dakota Kai.
Dakota Kai, an excellent pick for SmackDown.
The brand is taking shape, and this woman is picking her targets.
I think Bobby Lashley would be a really good improvement even for the
NXT
amount of money
2.0
he's spending out
chooses
there.
Lashley.
Looks like this show got a new CHO.
This guy will do whatever it takes to make his name here.
I should start looking into the women's, but I think I want to pick one more gentleman, and then I'll move on to the women's division. Oh, I knew he was going to go for Liv Morgan.
Alexa Bliss and Liv Morgan together.
Yeah. Alexa Bliss and Liz Morgan. I see where you're going with that.
SmackDown picks Liv Morgan.
The GM looking
Jello
to
fight
live dangerously.
Yeah.
She's got all the
Both in
tools
bikinis
necessary
against
to
each other.
succeed.
I can tell you're my son. Right, well, I need one more in the Bruiser division. And honestly, I think Sheamus is a good fit.
NXT 2.0 picks Sheamus.
Can't
And
beat
a new night
Sheamus.
will feel the bro.
Former
He's all
WWE
fists,
champion.
feet, and fury.
He was
What a
champion
great
at
pick.
20 to 21 years of age. I remember when he burst on the scene, beat the hell out of John Cena, and he was a brute back then as well. But a very raw talent. His finishes were a bit rough. But a solid character overall, the Irishman.
Back to my men. Damien.
SmackDown picks
I
Damian
like it.
Priest.
I
The
like that
Archer
pick.
of Infamy taking aim at SmackDown.
An uphill battle on this show, but he'll do whatever it takes.
Right, well, I'm going to switch to the ladies and the ladies and ladies. I was going to say ladies and gents. But I'm going to switch to the ladies right now because I do have some people on my mind. These two being the two that I really want. So I'm gonna go with
NXT
Shayna
2.0
Baszler.
chooses
Straight
Shayna
off the top.
Baszler.
Good pick for the GM. They got the Queen of Spades.
If this is their last pick, the GM made a heck of a good one.
Remember, we're in round 11 at the minute, so you can back out whenever. We don't have to carry on.
I'm gonna go for the former WWE North American NXT.
SmackDown drafts Wesley.
X marks the spot for Wes Lee
Fair
on his
play.
new brand.
Solid pick. This guy has a deep arsenal of offense.
Oh, there's Rhea
The
Ripley.
SmackDown GM is preparing their next pick.
I'm definitely overspending on the budget here.
SmackDown chooses Carmelo Hayes.
The GM didn't miss because they
Definitely
picked up
pronounced
Mello.
Carmelo.
A man with all the upside in the world, in my opinion.
Right, so for female fighters, we do have a few. Nikki, I like Cora Jade. Can't say I'm a lover of Carmella anymore. Not since she got with Corey. Is it Corey Gray?
I think it's Cody Rhodes.
Yeah, he just winds me up, that geezer. He seems to, how can I put it? He looks like someone who spends too much time in front of a mirror to be where he is. He really does. I'd prefer anyone else but him. He just winds me up. And you know, someone that actually I always thought it's a shame he never stayed longer in WWE, but I think would make a brilliant commentator, and that would be either Maven, which I think he does YouTube now. I think he would have been a good commentator. And also Darren Young. Those two would have been fantastic commentators, I reckon. Right, who should I go? I want two fighters. She creeps me out with a baseball bat, to be honest. I do like Candice LeRae, but I like
NXT
Cora Jade, so
2.0
I'm going to go with
picks
Cora Jade.
Cora Jade.
Cora Jade skating on into a new night.
She might be the last ingredient needed to make this work.
SmackDown selects Ricochet.
The one
Ricochet's
and
a good
only
pick.
Ricochet goes to SmackDown.
Right now, he's on the outskirts of this brand. He
I've
needs
gone
to prove
Candice LeRae.
otherwise.
Had to go Candice LeRae. I'm done. I've picked my starters.
I've picked mine. I'm gonna draft it.
Look at the talent picked by this GM.
It's not a bad looking roster. I mean, I know that only shows you a few of them, but Randy Orton and John Cena got to be top picks out of that lot. And then backing that up with AJ Styles, and then you've also got Alexa Bliss, Morgan, Bailey. I mean, you've got a really good roster, good stacked roster.
Speculation about the next member of NXT 2.0.
No, there's no speculation. The draft here has ended. I've only got 600k.
And here's the final version of NXT 2.0.
I say that's a good roster too.
I think if you're going for star power and it wasn't a computer game where we're controlling it, if this was actual show versus show in reality, I don't think this is a stronger roster. But because it's a computer-based game and I'm controlling it, I think it's a good roster to start with.
And here's the lineups after the draft. Let the games begin.
So, I mean, I think have they been labelled in draft order? Or, I don't know how they line this up. If it's popularity, is it popular? I think it is. It's in popularity, isn't it? Yeah.
That's popular.
So, I mean, that's a weird way of doing it if you ask me, but there we go. So what we're going to do is we'll set up our first week. We'll go through the week 1. We'll end it after week 1, and then we'll jump into. We'll end the episode, and we'll go into the next episode. We'll do week 2, 3, 4, which is the pay-per-view. So we'll start off. It's all on you, isn't it? SmackDown. Triple H. Tonight is the night. The debut show. We have high hopes for you. Now you got to pick your champions.
Wrestle as well.
You'd think with all the updates, they would update the title belts.
Yeah. Instead of it being a universal,
This should be that new Roman Reigns belt.
Yeah.
Exactly. They should update the titles. I mean, they do updates for the games all the time. Literally, there was an update a week ago. And, yeah. And when they do all these updates, they should have updated the titles for this thing. It should be too hard to do.
You know what? I'm gonna go. Randy Orton, no, AJ Styles as my Universal Champion.
Fair enough.
I've got Women Champion. Oh no.
Bet it's Liz Morgan. Who are you going with? There we go. I'm going to go Sheamus. Sheamus is going to be my champion. He's the lowest in popularity. That's going to boost him up. And I can easily put him in a rivalry with a fighter. I was thinking of how I was going to change it. I'm going to be changing Finn Balor to a face and changing McIntyre to a heel. So it'll make it easier for me where all my bruisers are heels and all my faces are going to be fighters. With the exception, I'm obviously going to have to change MVP. So with that done, we move on to the women's. This is straightforward because I've got 2 fighters and 2 bruisers at the moment, which is quite straightforward and easy. My lowest popularity is Cora Jade. That's where I'm going to stick my title on. It'll boost her popularity up and I can stick her straight into a feud with one of the bruisers. Not a problem. We'll hopefully get a feud. There's no guarantees with that. There we go. It's live. It's SmackDown night 1 of the Matty G challenge. And I'll let the boy talk through it.
So we've got our opener. It's a title match. Tables. Tag team.
I'm gonna call it the Miz. Ah, well there you go. I got it wrong. You got the rivalry and a 2.1. That's not bad. Or 2.5. Bailey. Ooh, it was a weak promo. No pop.
Here we are, mid-card. Gone for an Intercontinental Championship. A normal match. 1-on-1. The Viper versus. I thought I put someone there. Might have not. We'll see.
Ah, Randy Orton. RKO out of nowhere, but the crowd didn't like it.
I don't think the crowd like that.
Dakota Kai came out with a self promo, did better than Bailey.
They might be a bit nice, we'll see. Here we are, a mid-card title match. So now we've got our mid-main event. Or pre-main event, I mean.
Morgan retains.
She hit
2.5. Fair enough. I mean, it is our first week, so you can understand that. Priest comes out with a self promo.
Excellent promo.
3 pop.
And now the main event.
Ooh, yes. Main event of the evening scheduled for 1 fall. 1-on-1, falls count anywhere for the Universal title.
Got the Man of the Sky versus the phenomenal One of the Sky.
This would be a really good, interesting match in real life. AJ Styles, not quite as high flying as he used to be back in his TNA days. However, he's still a phenomenal athlete. And Ricochet, I think he's undervalued. I really do. I mean, I've seen him. The fact that he lost to Logan Paul, I think, was a travesty.
Yeah.
And in recent matches, even when he's lost, he looks the better competitor. And if anyone did watch that match against Logan Paul, I'm under the opinion, and my son's slowly coming and agreeing with me, that if you watch through the match, Ricochet not only had a really good match, but everything in that, all the spots, even the stuff Logan Paul pulled off that looked really good, it was all orchestrated by Ricochet. Yeah. You'll notice that some of the spots, Ricochet moves in the middle of the air in order to make Logan Paul look better doing some of those moves. And I really do think that it is down to people like Ricochet that make these TV stars look better than they are. Now, I'm not saying Logan Paul's not pretty decent in the ring. I think he's learnt the trade pretty well. I don't like him as a person, and I can't stand the fact that he's in WWE. That's a personal reason. But he has performed well. The fact that he's going up against Rey Mysterio in a few days' time for your US title, I think it's wrong, because all signs are pointing to they're going to give him a title belt run for some unknown reasons.
Pretty sure it's because he won at his boxing match he had.
It's ludicrous. And as for their drink, this is where me and my son definitely disagree. It's a rip-off. It tastes like crap. And I refuse to keep buying it, yet my wife keeps buying it for him. And he has a collection of bottles. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, go on then. Let's see who wins. I'm going to call it AJ Styles retains.
I'll say Ricochet.
Yes, get in, Styles. You got a great match. Now, mismatch on types. Both faces, yet you still got a great. That's not bad.
Might have drama there.
Right, NXT 2.0. We have an opening title match and a last man standing 1-on-1. It's Rhea Ripley, Candice LeRae. And this one's not for anything in particular, just some bragging rights.
1, 2, ring that bell.
Rhea Ripley comes out on top. It does end in a rivalry. That is good. It's a good start. 2.5 starter. Drew McIntyre came out, did a role change. By the sounds of it, the crowd enjoyed it. Our first mid-card match of this evening sees R-Truth taking on Julius Creed in a one-on-one match. There is going to be interference. What's going to happen?
1, 2, that's it. It's over. Hit the bell.
R-Truth wins. It was disappointing, but the rivalry's there. It was disappointing. There wasn't a lot you could do with that match. That's going to be a tag team match eventually. And here comes his tag team partner. In reality, if this was TV, this would be the outcome due to a disqualification. The Creed brothers would be beating on R-Truth, and MPV would come down to change to face and save R-Truth. That's how I would do it. And then we jump on to our next pre-main event, which would be the NXT Women's title on the line. Cora Jade defending against Shayna Baszler in a normal one-on-one. I highly predict Shayna is going to kick Cora Jade's backside here. But you just never know. You just never know. It could be anyone. As I predicted, a new WWE NXT Women's Champion, Shayna Baszler. Finn Balor's made his role change. He's going to be going after one of the titles very soon, depending on the outcome of the main event. And our main event of this evening is a tables match. First through the table loses, pretty much. And it's Sheamus versus Shinsuke Nakamura. It is Bro Kick versus Kinshasa. Shaza, is that you say it? It's kick versus kick, basically.
Kinshasa.
That's it. I still can't say it. Oh, Shinsuke pulls out the win, and it's a rivalry. Nice. So with that, let's see who's pulled it ahead.
It looks like half one.
It does look like SmackDown's killed it, really. I did what I could with what I had available. However, I think I'm set up better for the next couple of weeks, but it all depends on what happens. So let's see what the finances say. Who's going to be leading at the end of week 1, eh?
Yeah.
That's the question. So viewership looks good. Plus, the only key number here is the end. Fan change. Plus 38,509. Looks like a fantastic week for yourself. And you got a 41 grand budget added.
Oh, if you look over here on the show notes,
You can see fan people email, twittering.
It's also telling me that Camila Hayes is a natural at the tables matches.
There you go. Something you didn't know. NXT 2.0, I'm not expecting as big. Oh, 33,559. Not quite as big. I didn't expect it. And only a 2 grand increase. But when you bear in mind, mine was, over 40 grand more expensive than you. That's not bad.
You spent 60 grand.
Yeah.
64.
I don't think it's bad. I don't think it's bad at all. That's pretty decent. It's close. I think if I didn't spend as much and I was able to do a bit more in the thing, it would have been, it could have gone either way. As it is, I think it's fair to say that at the end of week 1, you're winning.
Yeah.
So with that being said, they got the sold out ticket. I didn't get it. Apparently he got another one, To the Moon. I got To the Moon as well, which is nice. And there we are. Week 1, SmackDown is very much in the lead. So we're going to leave it there. So from me, Matty G,
Captain 07.
we will see you next time here on WWE 2K23, the Matty G Challenge.